once again, greetings to everyone in Jesus Christ. For today's meditation, that is September 28, 2021, the selected scripture portion is Galatians chapter 4. Galatians chapter 4. I'd once again like to request every one of you to pause this video and read Galatians chapter 4 individually. I hope everyone have read it. Galatians chapter 4 includes a couple of sections that have long prompted Christians to ponder exactly how Paul understands the history of Israel, especially the so-called allegory of chapter 4 verses 21 to 31. They attract a great deal of attention. Tucked into the middle of the chapter, however, are two short paragraphs that disclose a great deal of the apostle's heart, that is chapter 4 verses 12 to 20, even though as they are easily overlooked many times. Firstly, the first section, the chapter 4 verses 12 to 16, finds the apostle pleading with the Galatians. He insists that his strong language with them has nothing to do with personal hurt. You have done no wrong to me, he says in chapter 4 verse 12. Indeed, he reminds them the earliest stage of the relationship established a link Paul could never break. He first went among them, he says, because of an illness. Chapter 4 verse 13. We cannot be sure what it was, what the illness was. Perhaps the best guess, though it is no more than a guess, is that Paul arrived by boat on the southern coast of what is now Turkey, and while ministering there contracted malaria and some other subtropical disease. The best solution in those days was to travel into the highlands, into the regions of the Galatians. There, Paul found a people remarkably helpful and welcoming to him. As he preached the gospel to them, they treated him as if he were an angel of God. Chapter 4 verse 14. How could Paul possibly resent them or write them off? But tragically, their joy was dissipated. They have become so enamored with the alien outlook of the agitators that they view Paul as an enemy because he tells them the truth. Chapter 4 verse 16. Here then is an apostle intimately involved in the lives of the people to whom he preaches, ready and eager to engage them out of the complex history of the relationships, yet unwilling to compromise the truth in order to smooth out those relationships. In Paul, integrity of doctrine must stand with integrity in relationships. They are not to be pitted against each other. Secondly, we see here Paul perceives and gently exposes a deep character flaw in the Galatians. They love zealous people, not the least who are zealously pursuing them, without carefully evaluating the direction of the zeal. Chapter 4 verses 17 to 20. Paul warns them, it is fine to be zealous, provided that the zeal is for a good purpose. Chapter 4 verse 18. Unable to communicate by telephone or email and thus have an instant update, the apostle is uncertain of how best to proceed. Should he continue his rebuke, or should he now change his tone and woo them? He feels like a mother who has to go through the agony of labor a second time to bring birth to all over again the child that she has already born. Should contemporary pastors and leaders care less for those in their charge who stray? Ponder upon it. May God bless you all.